सहना सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। विघ्नोपशान्तये सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। सदा शिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। Today is a very auspicious day. Today is Ganga Puja, Dashahara. So I have planned in that way that today we will start our class with Ganga Stotram, authored by Adi Shankaracharya ji. This stotra has been sung in many tunes, and most of the tune is very good. There are some Karnataki style also, and I have no hesitation that I'm really poor in that style. So I like one tune very much. In that tune, we will first sing today Ganga Stotram. Then we will start into Narada Bhakti Sutra. देवी सुरेश्वरी भगवती गंगे त्रिभुवन तारिणी तरल तरंगे शंकर मौले निवासिनी विमले मम मतिरास्तां तव पद कमले भागीरथे सुखदायिनी मातः तव जल महिमा निगमे ख्यातः नाहं जाने तव महिमानं त्राहि कृपामहि माम ज्ञानम् हरिपद पाद्य तरंगिणी गंगे हिमविधुमुक्ता धवल तरंगे दूरे कुरु मम दुष्कृति भारम् कुरु कृपया भव सागर पारम् तव जलममलं येन निपीतम् परमपदं खलु तेन गृहीतम् मातर गंगे त्वय्यो भक्तः किल तं द्रष्टुं नयमः शक्तः पतितोद्धारिणि जाह्नवी गंगे खंडित गिरिवर मंडित भंगे भीष्म जननी खलु मुनिवर कन्ये पतित निवारिणि त्रिभुवन धन्ये कल्पलतामिव फलदां लोके प्रणमति यस्त्वां न पतति शोके पारावारविहारिणि गंगे विबुधवधूकृत तरलापाङ्गे तव कृपया चेस्तोत्र स्नातः पुनरपि जठरे सोऽपि न जातः नरकनिवारिणि जाह्नवी गंगे कलुष विनाशिनी महिमोत्तुंगे परिलसदंगे पुण्यतरंगे जय जय जाह्नवी करुणापांगे इंद्रमुकुटमणि राजित चरणे सुखदे शुभदे सेवक चरणे रोगं शोकं पापं तापं हर मे भगवती कुमति कलापं त्रिभुवन सारे वसुधाहारे त्वमसि गतिर्मम खलु संसारे अलकानन्दे परमानन्दे कुरु मयि करुणां कातरवन्दे तव तटनिकटे यस्य हि वासः खलु वैकुण्ठे तस्य निवासः वरमिहिनीरे कमठो मीनः हिम्बातीरे सरठ क्षीणः अथ गभ्यूतौ स्वपचो दीने न पुनर्दूरे नृपति कुलीनः भो भुवनेश्वरि पुण्ये धन्ये देवी द्रवमयी मुनिवर कन्ये गंगास्तवमिममलं नित्यम् पठति नरो यः स जयति सत्यम् येषां हृदये गंगा भक्ति तेषां भवति सदा सुखमुक्ति मधुर मनोहर पज्झटिकाभि परमानंद कलित ललिताभि गंगा स्तोत्रमिदं भवसारं वाञ्छित फलदं विदितमुदारम् शंकर सेवक शंकर रचितम् पठतु च विषयीद मिति समाप्तम् शंकर सेवक शंकर रचितम् पठतु च विषयीयमिदं समाप्तम् शंकर सेवक शंकर रचितम् पठतु च विषयीदमिति समाप्तम् देवी सुरेश्वरी भगवती गंगा त्रिभुवन तारिणी तरलतारंगे शंकर मोले ने वासिनी विमले मम मतिरास्तां तव पद कमले. You know what is a wonderful stotram in stotra number 10. Falasruti has been written by Shankaracharya ji, who is staunch Advaitin, Vedantin, non-dual philosopher. You know what he is writing? Tava tata nikate yasya hi vasaha khalu vaikunthe tasya nivasaha. Who resides near Ganga, they resides actually in Vaikuntha, the loka, the very loka, the residing place of Bhagavan Narayana. And what he is telling, Varamiha nire kamatho minaha kimbha tire sarata kshena. Not only the human being, even the crocodile, fish and all the creatures will be free. All the creatures will be free, will be liberated. And Atha Gabyutau Swapacho Dine Napunar Dure Nripati Kuline. Not only the king, not only the Kulin Brahmin, even the Swapacha, who are the dog eaters, who are the bears, who burns the dead body, we consider them the very inferior in our society. Even the poorest of the poor who consider himself, they will be also liberated. Now the question will be arised, in still I'm seeing in the class who are attending, someone from Rajasthan, Mayura Amma from Hyderabad, Shannon Dickinson from Canada, someone from Australia. So they may ask that we don't live in, Sri Ram Krishna is telling another solution. In Bengali he is telling, Shatak yojon dure Ganga boye jay. Tribarek naam nile mon pran deho jibon shuddha. Maybe the Ganga river, Ganga mother, Ganga is far, far, far away from you. But Mother Ganga is so auspicious, so pure. If you take the name of Mother Ganga thrice, the same result you will get who reside besides Ganga. So chant thrice the name of Ganga. Ganga, Ganga, Ganga. And feel the auspiciousness inside. Feel the purity inside. Feel how much blessed we are. When the whole world is locked down, out of the grace of the divine being, in the morning we can hear the holy name of God. Who are more blessed than us? So That is the thing. We will come into the point with due respect. I'm just sipping little hot things before starting the class. So, yesterday we discussed the two main features. I will not discuss it today. But what was the 51 and 52 sutra? That love, prema is anirvachaniya prema swarupam. This divine love is inexplicable, cannot be described by mind, speech, etc. And how very nice example the celestial sage Bhagavan Narada gave in Sutra number 52, that Mukha Aswadanavat. If any dumb person is fed something else beautiful, he wants to express, but he is unable to express because he can't speak. But here, the supreme feeling of supreme love, a lover wants to tell, but he or she is unable to describe it. Literally unable to describe it. Not because he or she can't speak. Once after coming down from samadhi, ecstasy, Sri Ramakrishna started telling Momer Putul, Momer Gats, Momer Badi, Momer Pakhi. The house around, the bird, the sky, the trees are made of wax. Means the tranquility, the equanimity. When he more came down from that state, he is touching Narendranath, the most beloved disciple. And he's telling, I swear, believe me, I want to tell about my feelings in that state. But someone is pulling my tongue from the inside. I can't. In Indian culture, whenever you touch someone else and tell, it is expected that we are speaking truth. Though speaking lies are not entertained in our scripture, culture, anything else, yet sometimes out of our nature we lies. But people are afraid because Indian people are so attached with each other. Your family concept is so deep. So we don't want to lose even the most favorite one. So people sometimes wants to prove himself that if I touch that person and if I lie, he will die or there will be some sort of uh, loss. So Sri Ramakrishna also maintained all the colloquial rituals So he touched his most favorite disciple and told, I want to tell something else about the condition, about the feelings in that state of mind, but as if someone is pulling my tongue, I can't express. And that is Bhagavan Narada has told in 52 number sloka, Muka Aswadanavat. So now जो समझता है वो समझता है, लेकिन किसी को समझाना मुश्किल है. Who understands, he or she understands. It's very difficult to make others understand. Not only in the devotional feeling, in each and every feeling. Do you know, I can recall that I used to go to a guru to learn music. And I asked him, please teach me. And you know what he told? He was not Vedanting or anything else. But great men thinks alike, and the realization of anything else, if it is Shastriya according to our Vedic Shastra, all the path lead to the same goal. He told Divakar, if anyone in your life tells you, I will teach you music, please don't go to him. Definitely believe he is lying. I can't teach yourself. I can't teach you. I will guide you. You will learn by yourself. So whenever I start taking class, even today also, believe me, I don't teach you. Because you are so senior to me, you are learning, you are listening from so many years. Who am I, the most insignificant person? I tell myself in front of you. So the thing is 53 sloka, a sutra, prakashate kwapi patre, prakashate kwapi patre, prakashate, it is expressed ka or qua api, qua api, which, what, patre, in the container. So the thing is, in which container that love is expressed? That is the question Bhagavan Narad ji asked us. कोई भी सार्थक हृदय में इसी प्रकार शुद्ध प्रेम की प्रकाश है. In some very rarest of the rarest that love expresses by itself, because it is self-effulgent. In the space, there is also sun. but the space is dark. Why? Because light is visible only when there is the reflecting medium. In the space, there is no dust particle. Their sunlight cannot be reflected. There is no medium of reflection. That is why instead of being the sun, the space is dark. The same sun is reflected in a very muddy water, slushy water, and in the very transparent clear water. Same sun. And you know where the sun is reflected more. In the clear, crystal clear water, in this same sunlight, we see the top to bottom of this water. So reflecting matter, reflecting index matters. Reflecting medium matters. That supreme love is not created. It is there. But where it is reflected, where it is expressed more, it is expressed in that mind, the mind what is free from likes and dislikes, the mind which is very, very pure, simple, faithful, trustworthy to the Supreme Being, always merged into that ocean of nectar, always that eyes looking that holy lotus feet, in that heart, that supreme love is expressed in its fullest form. That is mentioned in 53 number sutra. Someone asked me that Naradji or any other acharyas give only the probable definition of this supreme love. Supreme love cannot be defined. It is inexplicable. It is not possible to define by anyone else. It is not graspable also by the audience or listeners. It is then what is the requirement of this subject to discuss? It is because this sort of divine love is the rarest of the rare. It is true. But some glimpse we get, like Brahman, Brihatvat Brahman, that Brahman means the big one. It is also inexplicable. But we get the glimpse how Upanishad has discussed that as if the mountains are his hairs and like that. So, we are based on the perceived world. So the things we are seeing, the massive things, the rishis, the sages has tried to mention in a poorest way that like that. That is why to give a glimpse of that purest form of that supreme love, we discuss these things. Number 54. Gunarahitam, Gunarahitam, Kamanarahitam, Kamanarahitam, Pratikshanavardhamanam, Pratikshanavardhamanam, Avichinnam, Avichinnam, Sukshmataram, Sukshmataram, Anubhavarupam, Anubhavarupam. Again I am chanting. Gunarahitam, Kamanarahitam, Pratikshanavarthamanam, Avichinnam, Sukshmataram, Anubhavarupam. Here, the adjectives are given by Bhagavan Narada. What the first adjective he has mentioned? Gunarahitam. Here guna means what we discussed, three guna, sattva, tama and raja. So the purest love is beyond three gunas. Sarvavidha vasana rahita. It is beyond of all sorts of limited desires. सर्वदा यो वृद्धि प्राप्त होता है, इनका क्षय नहीं. This love is decayless, and not only that, it is growing, 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 day after day, day after day. जो निरंतर प्रवाहमान है, which is constantly flowing. जैसे कि गंगा, माँ गंगा एक प्रवाह की नाम है. Mother Ganga is the name of the flow. Because if we say that today we have taken Ganga bath, what Ganga? If any rational person asks this rational type of question, because the water is flowing always. We are not taking the same Ganga, but it is same Ganga. It is flowing. It is Anadi. And Ganga we consider in our Veda that it is not the river, it is not the flow of water. Ganga is Jnana Ganga. This is the flow of supreme knowledge. So this love is also ever flowing, and Sukshmati Sukshma Anubhuti Vishesha. It is subtlest of the subtle realization of a lover. So what is love that has been adjectified in this sutra? That in that love, not a single attributes are there. There is no question of tamaguna, rajaguna, not even sattva also. Just feel it. Not even sattva also. The thing is first, why I am telling, sattva guna is the highest quality we consider of a human being, and it is the first qualification of any spiritual seeker, that he should be calm, quiet, truthful, and he is or she is like the minds of all the good qualities. Always jovial, always smiling, always happy. These are the symptoms of sattva guna. But there is a problem in that from that sattva prakriti, sukh utpanna hota hai. There, a sense of body-mind pleasure is arised. There is a sense of body-mind, bodily pleasure, mental pleasure is arised. That is the problem of sattva guna. What is rajaguna? It is ragatmika. Rajaguna is ragatmika. Means this rajaguna inspires us, insists in work. Am I audible? Can anyone or everyone can you hear?
Yes, Swamiji, you are audible.
Okay, okay. Is it audible now? Much. Okay, Hari Om. The thing is, the problem of Rajaguna, it inspires us, it insists us in any sorts of actions, in any sorts of work which sprouts ego inside. And it is not that he is nishkriya or inactive. Maybe that Rajaguna person is always merged in Ishvara Chinta. Maybe. But somehow the tendency of doing something else externally by own effort, by own thinking that I will do something else, I have to do something else, that sort of things comes. And Tamas is something different. Tamas means delusion, pramad. That is not the Lakshana Bhakta or Bhakti. Yet we all know that sometimes we are under the spell of Tamaguna also. Pramad in Upanishad it is telling Pramadavai Mrityuhu. The deluded person is more than dead. Our sleep, always sleepiness, laziness, lethargic tendencies are considered as tamaguna, jadya, inertia. It's like a stone, but devotee is always heavy. In Ram Prasad's song, it is clearly mentioned that Nidrai Kuri Make Dhan, a real devotee, he thinks or she thinks that it is not my sleep. I am meditating, I'm merging in that supreme love, supreme being. So that is why it is told that supreme love is beyond three gunas and devoid of all desires. Sarva kamana rahita. He has no value. Sarva kamana rahita means don't take it literally. The implied meaning is because for livelihood we need something else, but for a real bhakta, how he will transact with the transactional world. He has or she has no value for anything else. What the other for other worldly people they are running after, they have so much values for other small thing or big things. For a devotee, the only valuable thing for a lover, the only valuable thing is his or her that supreme love. He knows that I have nothing to ask. मेरे चाहने का कुछ नहीं. In Upanishad, the student is asking, begging the student, his guru. And in another Upanishad also we find the same thing. Guru is asking his student, have you known him or her? By knowing, all desires of knowing others completely goes up. तुमने उस चीज को जाना है जिसको जानने पर सारे चीज को जानने का वासना चला जाता है. Have you seen that things after seeing this there is no desire to see other things, जिनको देखने पर बाकी सारे चीज को देखने का वासना चला जाता है, जिनको सुनने पर सारे चीज को सुनने का वासना चला जाता है. Have you known this? In Upanishad it is telling. In Bhakti, the same vibration, the same reflection of that same thing we are getting. In Kena Upanishad, just consider the first mantra, Kene Shitam Prashitam. I will not conduct the Upanishad class right now. It's just I am mentioning. You can take your book and you can see that by whom our mind is getting inspiration. Our eyes are able to see, our nose are able to smell, our ears are able to hear. Have you known him? So if anyone knows the real thing, if he or she is really longing or intended for that, all other vasana goes off. He's always content. He will or she will never run after for being content, for being happy. A normal human being is never run after to get his or her head. Someone told that someday he has dreamt that he is headless, and after getting up from dream, he or she is running, where is my head, where is my head? Head is already there. The knowledge is not there that you are that head. So by telling a lot of attributes, by projecting a lot of adjectives, Bhagavan Narada tried to speak about the supreme love which is beyond the speech. Avam Manasya Gocharam. So that is also is a vritti, a thought. In yoga, what is mentioned is yogaschitta vritti nirodha. The final aim of this yoga philosophy is restraining the waves of thought in our mind. Yogaschitta vritti nirodha. But Vedanta philosophy, in that particular decision, we are not agreed. We call that avastha is also a thought, but it is thoughtless thought. It is thoughtless thought. I have no ability to explain it more regarding this. You have to contemplate in it that what is thoughtless thought. What we consider as samadhi. Samadhi is also chitta vritti. It is a state of mind. It is a thought, but there is no ripples. It is completely in equanimity. It is a thoughtless thought, the thoughtless mental condition. Means what Naradji has tried to tell, that it is not that bhakta ki hriday mein bhakti aayega aur jayega. Like after Amphan, our mobile networks, it is coming and going, coming and going. The love of a lover is not like mobile network that it will go up and go down. It's a constant thing. But another chance is there that growing up, there is no questioning of going down. And how a bhakta will be sukhi, what is the pleasure of a devotee, what is the pleasure of a real lover, what is the real happiness of a real lover as a giver. असली भक्त असली प्रेमी का सुख देने में मिलता है. वो किसी को किसी चीज का पाने का अपेक्षा ही नहीं रखता. The real lover is happy by giving always, and he thinks that how I can extract myself, squeeze myself, why I can't give myself whole. Once Swami Vivekananda was asked, it's a completely different example, don't relate it in that way. That, Swamiji, why are you looking so sad? Why are you not happy? What Swami Vivekananda answered, as long as a dog also in this world will be hungry, will suffer from starvation, how can I be happy? And he told that, sometimes I ask, I pray, I cry to the Lord, why have you make me so small? If you could make me so big as I can cut myself into pieces and feed each and every being in the world to satisfy their hunger. That is the heart of a real lover. There is not a bit of selfishness. Who always want to finish. He never hesitate to finish himself, to satisfy, to give others. That is Bhakta Hridaya. That is the love of it. That is the heart of a real lover. Sutra 55. Tat prapya tat eva avalokayati tad eva srunote tad eva bhashayate tad eva chintayati. So, tat prapya tadeva avalokayati. Tadeva avalokayati. Tadeva srunati. Tadeva bhashayati. Tadeva chintayati. What a simple language Bhagavan Naradji is explaining, just who doesn't understand Sanskrit also. Tad prapya. After having this sort of purest form of love, what happens to that lover? He or she, what happens? What do they do? Tadeva avalokati. They only see the whole world is nothing but the love alone. Once one Jnani was asked, means Advaitin, that what do you see in this whole world? He asked, where is the world? I only see Chaitanya, only see consciousness. One particular thing I am just mentioning, once Narendranath Swami Vivekananda asked Sri Ramakrishna that what the rubbish you tell, everything is Brahman, 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 Brahman. Is this pain, is this bowl, is this road, are these trees? All are Brahman. Sri Ramakrishna told, yes, my son, yes. They are Brahman alone. Out of ignorance, we appear them. They are appeared in front of us like that and we call it. But Narendranath never left it. Sri Ramakrishna had that power, that siddhai, by which he could transmit that knowledge temporarily, not permanently. So he touched Narendranath. And then and there, Narendranath or Swami Vivekananda went into ecstasy. And he started running towards his home 3 days, 3 nights. He could not eat because he had that feeling that who is the eater? The food, the container of the food, the very substratum, the floor, everything is one. 3 days, 3 nights it was there. And slowly, slowly, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he had that knowledge how to make it come down in a normal state. So why I am telling that it is possible, because a lot of people may ask, how is it possible? Example gives us that confidence, that trust, that faith inside that yes, it is possible. It is all not bullshit talking. That real lover sees the whole world as a love. Think about the last day of Jesus Christ. He was the real devotee. How compassionate he was. How compassionate he was. He had no complaint even who were killing him while he was alive in the cruelest form. And he was so compassionate for them. That is the nature of a lover. Tadeva srunati. A real lover. What about the sound he or she listens? he or she relates it as if it is the sound of my beloved. There is a famous song of Mirabai, you know, that Mirabai is going to meet Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And suddenly rain came. And Mirabai could not find it rain as rain. He found this is the sweet sound of jingling, sound of the bell of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. The song was like that. आज सुनी मैं हरि आवन की आवाज, आज सुनी मैं हरि आवन की आवाज, महल छड़ी जाओ मोरे सजना, कब आए महाराज, आज सुनी मैं हरि आवन की आवाज. These are not rains. These are the sounds of the footsteps of my beloved one. Tadeva srunati, tadeva bhashayati. What about this speak? They speak about their beloved one only. Tadeva chintayati. They think about him or her. Om swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha go brahmane suvamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasya shalini deshoyam क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय आविर्मयेधि सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम. Wish you a very happy Dashahara, auspicious. May your day be filled with love, devotion, prayer. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om. We will meet again tomorrow.
Pranam Swamiji.
Pranam. Pranam.